Good morning. Now we are talking about today's blood drive that will be benefiting the Hillsdale Hospital. It'll take place from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. I am here in studio with Hillsdale Hospital representatives Kirsten Newland and Valerie Hepkar to talk about blood drives and how often are these blood drives actually held?
Yeah, so Hillsdale Hospital typically holds one every 2 months, which is about the amount of time you need between times of giving blood. Sometimes we'll have a special one, but that's typically what we do. Yeah. But if you want to give, somewhere else, you can always go to the Red Cross website and just type in your zip code and see where a blood drive is near you.
And we will have the link for that on our website, WLNS.com. And how long does it typically take to donate if someone signs up?
Typically about an hour. You might want to reserve a little bit more time than that just in case, but the average is around an hour.
Now, the big question that we teased right before the break is, are we supposed to fast before we give blood, like at the doctor's office?
Please do not.
Why is that?
We want you to have plenty of fluids, be hydrated. Please make sure you've had plenty to eat so you have enough energy. We're going to be pulling some of that blood volume out. We want to make sure that you are ready and have plenty to spare.
So you don't faint, right?
Correct.
We were talking about this. I have one of those strong vagal responses. And so is it like in the movies? Do you get plied with juice and cookies afterwards?
Yes, that is available, and the Red Cross team and the Hillsdale Hospital team will make sure that you are all good to go before you leave. They're very good at making it a comfortable experience, and yeah.
Now, sometimes people know that it's like great for volunteer work, right, to donate. So how long do you have to wait in between donations?
Standard blood donation, you would wait 56 days before you can give again, but there's also different types of blood donations that you can do that would dictate how long you can wait in between. So if you're giving the Power Reds, that's extra red blood cells. They give you back some of the other components, but that would be 112 days.
Now, we hear that blood drives are so important. Keeping blood banks supplied on a federal level is a national issue. So are there reserves? Why do we need to donate?
Yeah, so Hillsdale Hospital is really just, we really believe that we have to keep the blood banks as stocked as we can, and that's why these blood drives are important to us, because we know how important it is, and I'll let Val talk a little bit more about that, but we know that patients have to have blood transfusions, and it is a life-saving thing, and so we try to help out with that as much as we can.
And so since blood does regenerate in our bodies, why do we need to donate?
There's tons of reasons. A lot of people, there are different diseases or processes that people are not able to regenerate enough blood. Sometimes people have car accidents or different trauma situations. Sometimes people lose blood giving birth. There's a lot of reasons that they would need it right now and in the future if they're not making enough.
I mentioned before the break, I'm not great with needles myself, but for someone like me who might want to donate, what are some things that I could do in order to feel more comfortable donating?
Well, you're definitely not alone in that. There's tons of people who don't feel well, and the staff that are taking your blood are going to be very comfortable dealing with that. They get that all the time. I would say probably focusing more on the purpose of why you're giving blood instead of focusing on your fear would be helpful.
Absolutely, that sounds like something that would make me feel much better in my donation and my volunteer work. Now, I know that O negative, right, is like that universal blood donor. So if you're not O negative or you don't know what your blood type is there still benefit to donating?
Yes, we are accepting all blood types, and I'll kind of let Val talk about why.
Yeah, so even if you're not in an emergent or traumatic situation where you would need O negative, we do type and cross people and give them type specific blood. So we still need all blood from everybody.
And after the blood drive, you will get a letter that tells you what blood type you are and where your blood went.
Well, that's great to know. We'll put the link where you can donate on our website, WLNS.com. The hospital blood drive will take place at the United Brethren Church today, 10 to 4 at 1300 Hillsdale Road. Stick with us for more. I'm Zoe Hewitt, live in studio.